Hey guys, and welcome to my next Harry Potter Q&A. This is the Q&A for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. So, I don't know if you can tell. No, I think I did a pretty good job. I just got done like crying and because I was like filming something which will be up I think tomorrow or something. But yeah, like I tried to clean up my like super dark makeup running down my face. Okay, so before I get into this Q&A, I'm going to do a little bit of like an update, housekeeping, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to these reactions. So, kind of let you know what's going to be going down for the next like couple of months. So what's going to happen is on obviously November 1st, you guys will be getting Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 reaction. But for December 1st, so the next month, I will be doing Fantastic Beasts for you all. I kind of already planned on doing it, and basically what's going to happen is at some point in probably the month of November, I am going to be putting up a vote for what is going to be the next kind of series of movies that I'm going to be watching. They are going to be a series of some kind. I'll probably have the, choices from the original vote. Maybe I'll add a couple of more. I'm not entirely sure exactly, exactly what I'm going to do with that, but there will be choices, and you guys, if you guys could vote for whichever ones you would like to watch, you'll be able to choose multiple again. So, yeah, and then that whatever series wins will be, premiering January 1st, so New Year's Day. Does that make sense? So that's kind of how it's going to go. Just so you guys know if you guys had any questions about that. Okay. So, I have my questions right down here, and I'm just going to get right into them. So Jamie O'Brien asks, what is it about snakes that you fear so much? I wish I could tell you. I think it borderlines a phobia, because I can't even look at them, and I have like a hard time even looking at like pictures. I'm not, when I'm freaking out about snakes, I'm not overacting or anything like that. I'm genuinely, I think it's the whole like they don't have maybe arms and legs, because I can deal with lizards even if they're kind of like long lizards. Like, I don't know exactly what it is about them that scares me, but there's just something about them that like really, really freaks me out, and I would assume it's a bit of an irrational fear. But I can't really tell you exactly what it is about them that like freaks me out. It's just, I know that they freak me out. Okay, Oliver Maynard asks, if you had to choose one of either Harry, Ron, or Hermione to lose in the final movie, who would it be? Well, Ron's safe. If anything happens to Ron, guys, I swear, I will just, I don't know what I will do, but something's getting thrown at my TV. Harry or Hermione? Who would I? Well, I think it would be, maybe fitting if like Harry sacrifices himself or something. Like, I feel like out of those choices, I guess I would rather see that. And it would probably be a very emotional moment if he actually did that. The kid who kind of had to grow up really fast and take that type of journey. Yeah, so I guess I would pick Harry, but as long as Ron's okay. Like, I would probably freak out more about Luna or Neville or Fred or George than I would about Harry or Hermione. Okay. Dave Ford asks, well, while the books make it very clear nothing would ever happen between Harry and Hermione, but in the movies the scriptwriter added the dance between them in the tent. What was your take on it? Also, easy question. What do you think will happen in the final movie? Okay, so what did I think about the tent scene? I didn't. The thing is I kind of actually found it to be a quite a sweet scene, but I was also very skeptical that they were going to do something like try to make it like a romantic triangle, and I was just really hoping for that not to happen. Not just because Ron deserves his girl, which he does because he's amazing, but just because the angsty teen triangle thing, like, we have one movie left, like, let's not introduce this now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so I wasn't really, I think I was skeptical that that's where that scene was going, but on other levels it was a very sweet scene. I think Harry and Hermione have very sweet scenes together. I think they have a brotherly, sisterly bond, and I think it's really sweet that they've kind of always been there for each other throughout, everything. And what do you think will happen in the final movie? I would assume some type of Harry versus Schnugglepuss showdown thingamajig, because we haven't really seen that yet, so I have a feeling that there's going to be like a big showdown, and I have a feeling that we'll be losing people. And I'm just really hoping it's nobody that I super, super care about. So, but yeah, I would assume that it's got to focus on some type of final stand battle. I would love a battle. I love a battle. So, what was your favorite moment or scene from this is from Joe, Fothergill. I feel like I always butcher your guys' names. I'm sorry. What was your favorite moment or scene from the Deathly Hallows Part 1? I think my favorite moment, it's actually been a while since I've watched it. I think my favorite moment was when Ron kind of got his big triumphant moment. That was probably my favorite of. What are your hopes for the final film? That Ron and Snape definitely don't die. Also Luna, Neville, and Fred and George. Those people are untouchable. And my biggest hope for the final film is for somebody to kill that fucking snake. To kill it a lot and smash it into little pieces for scaring me for all that. Fuck that snake. Fuck that snake. Okay. Anyway. Will you be reacting to Fantastic Beasts? Yes, as I just said. And yes, you were right. Hermione's mom was the same actress who portrayed Catelyn. It's so funny because we saw her for just like a brief moment, and I was like, "Is that Catelyn Stark?" It looked like her. Okay. Rhiannon Hiscock asks, going into the final movie, who would you least like to lose? Loving the reactions. Would you react to Fantastic Beasts? Okay, so I am doing Fantastic Beasts. And who would I least like to lose? I would least like to lose Ron or Snape. Both. But for very different reasons. I feel like I would really be upset if I lost Ron, just because I feel like Ron is just such a wonderful character and underrated, not only in the fandom but in the story. And then, like any of the Weasleys, but Snape more so, because I feel like I feel like a strong love for Snape, because I think that there's so much more to his story than what we're getting, and I want to find out more always. And I think I would feel really, really upset if I lost Snape. So, yes. Adam Lacey says, what did you think of Hermione's decision to essentially wipe her parents' mind of her to protect them? What character would you say you relate to the most? I said, or like in a different Q&A, that I think I relate to Neville the most, but I don't really know. I don't know if there's really not a character that I'm like, oh, that embodies me or anything. I think it was crazy, but a very sweet and responsible thing for Hermione to do to kind of protect her parents, though beyond tragic. But I would like to think that on a lot of levels, the Weasleys have kind of adopted all of these other kids, so to speak. So yeah. Kyan Quindu asks, there were a lot of scenes in the books that unfortunately never made it to the movies due to lack of time or change of scripts or character focuses. So there are areas in this first part that seem misplaced, but the question is, what character do you feel like needed a bit more screen time or development in this first part that might get shown in the second? Snape. Snape. Yeah. I would like a whole movie on Snape. Can we get that, please? Because I find him fascinating and I love him, and I think that he doesn't get as much screen time as he deserves, even though I feel like he's a big character. It's just like whenever he's on the screen, I feel like I'm captivated. I'm like, I want to know everything about you. And then they like switch to something else, and I'm just like, stop it. It's rude. So, yes, Snape. Which death do you think will be... Oh, did you think was sadder? This is from Casey Bell. Dobby or Hedwig? If you had to rank all the Harry Potter movies you've seen thus far, which number would the most recent movie fall at? 7th being the worst, 1 being the best. Oh, okay. I would... Okay. So 7th being the worst. So this would fall at, I think, 4th? Right smack in the middle. And what was the other? Which death do you think was sadder, Dobby or Hedwig? Hedwig. I did not have a connection too much. I thought Dobby, it was sad, but I did not have much of a connection with Dobby, and I felt like I maybe should have, but I feel like that he might have been one of the characters that was slightly overlooked, maybe, in the movies, because they had him for, it was just like one movie before this, right? Where he was in it, and I just thought he was really crazy. I mean, there was sweet moments, but I just didn't have that emotional connection to him, even though it was very deeply sad. That kind of final scene. But I gotta say, Hedwig just, man, that got to me. I don't know if it's like a pet thing or like just a loyal animal. I don't know what it was, or just Hedwig having the absolute best facial expressions, even though she's an owl. Like, all the time, whenever they pan to her, she's just like, what the fuck is going on here? I just loved that. So Hedwig for me. Reese Carter asks, which character's death would hurt you the most, Ron or Snape? Or Fred and George? Neville and Luna. I'm just gonna like repeat that over and over. I don't think I'm missing anybody. McGonagall would suck. I feel like they could take a lot of people and make their deaths really, really sad. But you know whose death will not make me sad? That fucking fuck that snake. Fuck that snake. Okay. Dylan Cooper asks, did it feel weird to have the whole movie not set in Hogwarts at all, considering the last 6 were? Or did you think it suited the story to stray away from the school a little bit at the beginning of this war? I think it did suit the story, yes. But I think it was kind of interesting. I hope that the final movie has a bit of Hogwarts in it, just because of the fact that it is such an iconic place and location for the Harry Potter like universe. So I would probably say that. But I did kind of like that it strayed away. It had a different feel. It had a little more grown up battle, let's hunker down and get shit done sort of a feel. So, you know, I kind of liked uh, that it strayed away, but I would like to at least return for a little bit in the final movie. Um, Liam Kershaw Calvert asks, is there any standout scene from the series of films so far, like a scene that has made you think, wow, and any favorite scenes from Deathly Hallows Part 1? So my favorite scene was definitely the Ron moment for um, Deathly Hallows Part 1. Also, I really liked when uh, the kind of beginning, how it started. It started like a lot. I did not like Hedwig dying or freaking out about other characters, but I liked that it was really hit the ground running. That was really kind of cool with this scene, or with this movie. Scenes that made me say, wow. There were a lot. There's been a lot. Whew, that is a tough question. I would say probably maybe something from the final bit in Goblet of Fire. I really liked that, the ending to that movie. And I think it was, or Dumbledore's death. But I think the ending to Goblet of Fire was the first initial me saying like, oh, okay, I could really, really enjoy this and really, really get into it. So that'll probably always stand out to me a little bit. Michael Morand asks, now that we know Hermione and Ron's relationship is definitely a thing, how do you feel about Harry's relationship with Ginny? And it's not a hard G, and say it like Jin. I'm sad for you to come to an end of the series, but it's been wonderful 7 months going through these films. Hope you enjoy part 2. Thank you. I'm actually very, very sad that I'm ending this series, and it does make me very sad. So Hermione and Ron's relationship. So Harry and okay. I love them. I want them to get married and have babies. I think they're very, very sweet together. I think we need to focus more on the Ron and Hermione train, because like it's been 7 movies and like, can they make out? Can they like, or something? I don't care. Something needs to happen now, right this second. It's annoying, but yes, I'm a big fan of Harry and Ginny as well. I think that they are sweet and lovely, and she is just adorable. And I'm all for it. And Neville and Luna, that was my random pairing. Still don't think that they've had a scene together, but hey, I'm keeping the ship strong. Listen, who needs to have scenes together for you to ship to? Like, listen, it's fine. Okay. Anyway. Ms. Mons asks, do you have non-spoilery access to deleted scenes, watching them and disc hunting for them on YouTube? If so, have you watched any? If not, do you plan to? Some deleted extra scenes from Deathly Hallows Part 1 are really interesting. There's a cute Ron Hermione bit I thought you might appreciate. Oh, well, you have to send me the link to that one once I'm done watching. I have not watched, no, I don't look up anything, because that's the thing. For any show that I am watched and behind on, and or these Harry Potter, nothing. It's like I watch the like if I were to search for that, all of the recommended would be like, Harry sacrifices himself, whatever, like scene or something that I really don't want to see. So I do not. But if you would like to share those with me once I'm done, I am all for it. Dean Nolan asks, if house elves were real, would you get one like Creature or Dobby, knowing that you would get a magical all-doing butler, but that is really creepy and sneaky and sometimes only meant to maim, not kill. So what, Creature or I got Creature. Am I saying that right? Creature? I would say Creature. Dobby freaks me out. Dobby like seems mentally unstable to me. That's just facts. And it was very sad, and he was very sweet, and he seems very loyal, but he seems very mentally unstable, and I would probably not like that in my everyday life. so, so that's my answer to that question. And yeah, I think that is it. So this was not a super long Q&A. But yeah, guys, I am so excited for the final movie. I will be watching it in about a week, I think, around something like that. And I am just super excited to get that out for you guys, and really sad that it's almost over, but it is what it is, I guess. But it's the end of a journey. And yeah, I hope that you guys have really, really enjoyed this Q&A and have really, really been enjoying my reactions. I can't wait to watch more or watch the final movie and then Fantastic Beasts. I hope that you guys are okay with that, by the way. I would like the vote to kind of not be super rushed, and then I have to find the movies. And I know for you guys it probably seems like it's so long in between reactions for Harry Potter, but I do a lot of stuff for my channel, and then I do a lot of stuff for Patreon that I feel like I just watch Harry Potter and then like I gotta watch it again, and I'm like, oh my god, when did it become the end of the month? Like, it freaks me out. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of leeway, get the vote going, and figure out what it's going to be. So that'll be up at some point in November, and you guys will be able to see Fantastic Beasts reaction December 1st, and then just we'll figure out what's going to be January 1st. Does that make sense? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.